epic it was. Remember to like and share to this amazing video. What's up?
What's up, bro?
But before he introduces himself, I'd like to say a very big thank you for always subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting on my YouTube channel, Charlie guys. I really appreciate you guys so much. I'm here with
Prince.
Prince. Where have you been?
I lived in New York. I grew up in New York.
Okay.
I've lived in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Basically in the U.S.
Basically in US.
Yeah.
How is it like being raised in the US? Were you born there or
No, I was born in Ghana and then I left.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you left. Wow. So how is the experience like?
So for me, I grew up there. So it was a little different because I wasn't born there.
Okay.
So growing up there, it was a little challenging because, you're African. And for most people, I was the first African kid they ever met. So, like when I went to school, I was 6.
Okay.
So a lot of the, first and second graders, they never met an African kid.
Wow.
Right. So for me, it was just like that. I was an African kid. I was the African kid.
Well, was it cool to be an African that day?
I fought a lot. Look at I've been fighting.
What?
Yeah. They like to pick on us. At least at that age. I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but that was back then.
Okay.
You feel me? So you get into a lot of altercations.
Okay.
They're like African booty scratcher jokes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it gets kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are some of your difficulties?
Everybody thinks we live in trees, things of that nature. We live in trees. It's more or less like you got to deal with the stereotypes that comes with Africa. We're starving, we're hungry, we're poor. That was the situation.
So was it something that you have to go through every day?
Yeah. Until I started fighting. Yeah, but I still went through it once in a while. But, not everybody's like that. Like, I was rough.
Okay.
I was a rough kid. So growing up there, it became fun for me after a while. After school, I knew I had some action coming to me.
What would be the solution to all this kind of things that's been happening to we Africans?
I mean, like I said, I don't know if it still happens, the anti-bullying situations. Me personally, I look at it like it was a good thing for me.
Okay.
Because it made me who I am.
Okay.
I feel like the narrative of, the African, the dirty African living in trees, the hungry African. I think those narratives would change, with time. I think the way we're looked at in the media would definitely have an effect on that. But even nowadays, you look at it, you got Burna Boy, you got all these other Black Sharif, all these different artists that are really out there giving a different light. Okay. So a lot of people now, when they think of Africa, they think of Afro beats. They don't think of a little kid with flies all over his head. Okay. So I think it's already changed. The narrative is changing.
It's changing.
Yeah, it's definitely changing. I think Ghana's situation is pretty different from anywhere else. Okay. It could be the same, I don't know. But one thing is your mindset. If you're coming to Ghana, you're not in the States. You're not in Europe. Coming to Ghana, you have to understand, this is a developing nation. So a lot of infrastructures do not exist. Okay. And being that those infrastructures do not exist, you cannot expect things to run the same way it's ran in the States or a more developed nation. So when you're coming down here, I think it behooves you to actually sit back and realize that you're not going to receive the things you're accustomed to receiving. It's a different culture, different mindset. Everything's completely different. Okay. So once you have that mindset, you're kind of prepared for everything. But if you come with preconceived notions, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be expecting a lot and you're going to be disappointed. So I think your mindset is the most important thing you need to really check when you're coming down here.
Wow. So in terms of you coming back to your root, not forgetting where you're coming from, what are some of the things that you want to, put in place? Right. How are you going to help that change?
I mean, one thing I always say is we lived in an advanced nation. Like some of us that live in the States, we lived in Europe. You're living in a society that's structured. At least it's a lot further on in development than Ghana. So in that case, we need to bring those good things back home. Okay. So if we're coming here, if you for instance, one thing I noticed here is a lot of businesses kind of, if this business has maybe two, I'm just use a simple analogy. Okay. If this business here has maybe 2 floors, most people would just create 2 floors.
2 floors. Okay.
Because that's just what they see.
Okay.
Right? But we come from places where you have buildings with
25,
60,
100.
70 floors. Right. So, when we're coming with a little more advanced knowledge with certain things. And I feel like us coming home, our job is to develop. we have the know-how. We probably have more of the resources when it comes to financial resources. Okay. So I think when we're coming in order to actually help develop, we need to just bring the knowledge and the money, and then just develop. One thing about Ghana, if you're going to develop in Ghana, you have to understand that it's going to be rough. Because the mentality is different, the processes are different, the infrastructure is different. So some infrastructures you're going to have to create yourself because they don't exist. Yeah. Feel me? So coming down here to develop, and I'm using the word develop because a lot you'll find that when you come down here, whatever you're looking for, not all of it will be here. So you might end up having to create those things that you need. So in you creating your little thing that you need, you're adding to it. So I think it's very important for us to have that mentality. I'm coming to build. I'm not coming to take from. I'm not coming to maybe exploit. You're coming to build. And just keep it in your mind that you might not have all the pieces and you might have to build some of those pieces yourself.
Wow. Coming back home, how do Ghanaians accept you as, coming in, like Charlie Bogabe, like how do Ghanaians,
Y'all need to stop that shit. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now.
Listen, what?
Because a lot of people come in don't have money. Like me, I'm thank God I'm blessed to be able to live here. I've been here for almost 3 years.
Okay.
And there's a false notion that everyone coming from the States or abroad has a lot of money. Okay. And part of that is our fault. We come out here, we flaunt what we got, we spend, but a lot of people come and they only spend about 2 weeks or a month here. So they can do that because they're going back. Okay. If you're coming to build, you come with a budget. You have money in your pocket, but you know you're going to be here longer. So what ends up happening is the people look at you like the same people that are coming for the 2 weeks in the month. So constantly everybody's like, hey, Boga, hey, something small for the boys. And it gets kind of annoying because you're here, you're trying to build something, right? And then everyone's pulling you for money, pulling you for resources. And if you don't give it to them, it looks like you're cheap, or it looks like you're being an asshole. But that's not really the case. So, for you Ghanaians that have been here, that haven't traveled, I think you guys need to understand that it's not that easy, especially someone like me. So I have a lot of family here, but I don't really know them.
You don't know your family?
No, I don't really know because I never lived around them. Yeah, I never lived, so they don't know me. I lived in the States.
But you have 3 years.
I've been in Ghana, yeah. Right, but I don't know. I didn't grow up with them. I mean, I know their names. I can see them, hey, auntie such and such.
Well, but how do you feel? Like you being here alone, like without not knowing the uncle, your aunties, but you know that they exist. But how do you feel? How do you navigate yourself with them?
I mean, it's a process. Like you'll meet them, and if you vibe with them, then you vibe with them. But what I'm trying to say is you don't know them.
Have you been alone?
Have I been alone?
Yeah, in the States?
I mean, everybody moves differently in the States. I've been alone, I've been with people, but what I'm trying to say is when you come down here, you don't really know anybody. You feel me? So things that you might not pay for, I have to pay for it. Wow. You feel me? Things that you might just pick up a phone, yo, homie, what's up? Like, I can't do it. I don't have nobody on the other line.
Do you feel like they treat you different?
Yeah, they definitely treat you
different. Know that you're from
They definitely treat you different. Like, so for me, I got locks and I got a nose ring. So immediately and I ride bikes. Okay. So as soon as they see me, I get two different reactions. It's pretty polarized. So it's either, yo, what's up, bro? That's a good reaction. Okay. Or you feel me? I get that from the ladies a lot. Okay. They see me, they just think it's all red flags because typically, you that come out here, excuse my French for saying niggas, but I mean that. You that come out here and you just do crazy things to these ladies, it's affecting me. All right, because I can't find my African queen. Wow. Yeah, because they think I'm like you.
All right, so if they are watching you right now, African queen is watching you right now, and someone in the diaspora, not only someone from any African, the diaspora, do you mind any color?
No. I like brown women though.
Brown, okay.
Yeah, I'm a chocolate lover. I love chocolate.
Oh, okay, chocolate. So if you're chocolate, don't be pink anyway because you're out of it.
It's okay.
It's okay
right
to be
now
pink?
It's chocolate.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So what spec?
I mean, what, for the woman?
Yeah. Someone who wants you.
I like them curvy. I like an African queen, I like them curvy, brown.
No one is seeing you. You're not seeing anybody.
No, I'm not seeing. I'm open. I'm here. I'm chilling,
You're chilling.
Yeah.
Okay, ready to marry?
Ready to mingle.
Not marry.
Single and ready to mingle.
Anyway. What do you think about, Africans uniting? Do you think it's really important, or do you think it's something that we should just let it go, like, okay, hey, we are one, we just speak about it, but what are the core actions to it?
I think my views on this is probably a little more, it's not circular, it's not mainstream.
Okay.
Africans unite.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
read. So Africans unite is a little, for me, like the whole Pan-African thing is cool. Okay. I understand that we need to unite on different fronts. Okay. Maybe economically, I agree. Culturally, we're too different. Okay. And look at how many languages in Nigeria alone. Mm-hmm. So us uniting is definitely a it's a lofty ideal. Okay. Is it realistic? Mm-hmm. It could be. Mm-hmm. We might be able to unite on a military front, maybe on a political front, on an economic front. But culturally, I just there's too many differences. We can unite on some fronts which could help development. Okay. So I do agree with that.